What's going on, YouTube? So, let's see. When's the last time I made a video? It's been a minute. So just to kind of catch you up, been working. I went to the Vero Beach Resort again to do a little pen trading. This time you know how I conveniently take a order that's that way? But this time I just kept going until I got to Melbourne, just to kind of try out that area. That area is not too bad. There's a section on 192 near the mall that has a lot of restaurants and has a ton of potential. I was only there for like the afternoon, so I couldn't really tell you how well that area is. But I was getting decent orders from like good restaurants and stuff. The restaurants here in Vero, you have your fast foods like your McDonald's, your Burger Kings, your Chick-fil-A's and stuff like that. Your Panera Bread, which I consider fast food. They are here, but there's also, you got your regular restaurants like your Outback, and we don't have TGI Fridays anymore, but we have a Chili's and stuff like that, and Applebee's as I pass it. But mainly here is like the upscale, I wouldn't say fancy, I call them beach restaurants because they're more for the wealthier people that live on the beach side. So they're not necessarily fancy, but they're fancier than a Chili's. You know what I mean? Seafood restaurants and stuff like that. But anyways, the reason why I bring that up is up in Melbourne, there's like a ton of restaurants like your Chili's and Fridays, Smoky Bones, Red Robin, and all that kind of stuff. That's the reason why I wanted to go up there. That and to try out their Walmart, because as you know, the Walmart here in Vero, the one on 60, sucks. And it's a lack of leadership, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's a lack of leadership. They're not picking their orders. It sucks in the sense of delivering for them. They're not picking their orders on time. I don't know if they're just being slow, if they're being overwhelmed, if there's people being called out. It's probably all of them together, like a combined. And I blame management and leadership in that Walmart for why it sucks. So I wanted to try the one up in Melbourne. Melbourne's I believe is a little bit bigger town than Vero is population-wise. Although Vero's getting up there, they're getting like this area's getting really crowded. Especially during the wintertime when everybody comes down here. But in general, Vero's getting almost overpopulated. And it sucks because I love my town. I grew up here, moved away for a little bit, then came back home. And there's nothing like your hometown. And when you see it getting overpopulated, it's kind of sad. But anyways, enough of the rant, I guess. So we did a little bit of working, did the Vero Resort. And yesterday, which was Sunday the 2nd, January 2nd, yeah, today's the 3rd, today's Monday, by the way, I went to downtown Disney, and I went there for one purpose, and one purpose only. I wanted to try and let you guys know how the cookies were at Gideon's. I don't remember if I've said this in the previous videos, but I've really been looking forward to Gideon's and trying their cookies the way to the coast, and I meant to stop and get gas at Sam's, so I'm gonna have to turn around and do that. But anyways, stopped at Gideon's. I got the original cookie, the coffee cookie, and the banana nut one, banana nut chocolate chip cookie or something like that. And those, my favorite, and it's actually my favorite by far, was the coffee cake one, which I didn't think I was gonna like. I'm not a really big fan of coffee flavored anything. I don't even like the flavor of coffee like in the morning, but I'm addicted to coffee, and the joke is I add a little bit of coffee to my creamer. That's how much creamer I put into my coffee. I love coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee, if that makes sense. But the coffee cake, which didn't taste like coffee, was so good, and I absolutely loved that cookie over the other three, or the other two. That was a good cookie. That was worth the line. For the longest time, I didn't know what that line was. I thought it was because it wraps around the building and goes down, but I never looked down to see where it goes. It doesn't go down very much further, like towards the end of that building. But I always assumed it was a line waiting for the hot air balloon that takes you up and you can see downtown Disney and stuff. Or Disney Springs. I keep calling it Downtown Disney. I grew up with it being called Downtown Disney. It's like one of those things, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I grew up with it being called Downtown Disney. Like Hollywood Studios, I grew up with it being called MGM Studios. So I'm just constantly fighting myself to say Hollywood Studios, to say Disney Springs. So if I slip up, that's the reason why. Anyways, yeah, I tried those cookies. Absolutely phenomenal. I grabbed a couple t-shirts. I'll show you what those t-shirts are like when they come out of the washer. But those, I was really excited because I really wanted to get like an actual Disney t-shirt. I see all these people run around with Disney t-shirts, and I've never had one for myself to run around with. I always wore just like a normal t-shirt to Disney or something like that. But now that I'm getting more into wanting to go to Disney and vlog in Disney and all that kind of stuff, I'm getting more into the energy of wanting to get the Disney merchandise, get the stuff to wear and all that. I was big into Magic Bands, and being big into Magic Bands was like for 2 days when I realized that Magic Bands were a thing. Earlier last year when we went back to Disney with my sister in town, I bought like 4 Magic Bands. I was like, oh my god, these things are so cool because they're like limited edition. I'm a sucker for limited edition. Anything that says limited edition, I take a double take. You know what I mean? I love limited edition. It could be like a limited edition coin. It could be a limited edition Barbie doll. And I take a double look. I was like, oh, maybe I should get that? I don't know. I'm a collector of limited edition things. I guess you could call it like a value collector. I'm a value collector. I enjoy things that have value. I don't know why. Not saying I'm gonna go buy that limited edition Barbie doll, but I see limited edition, I take a double take. I was like, oh, should I add this to the collection? No, not really. Okay. But so that was like the whole thing with the Magic Bands, is that they were limited edition. I got a couple of limited edition ones. I think I got the Soul one, and I got like the weirdest thing is I got the Valentine's Day one for like the previous year, but it had Simba on it. It was like, oh, it's all pink and stuff like that. I'll never wear it, but I bought it because it was limited edition, and Simba is my favorite Disney character. It's Simba takes the gold, and then I think Goofy takes the silver, and then like Buzz Lightyear takes the bronze. Those are my favorite Disney characters, in case you're wondering. But Simba, I would say by far is my favorite, just because I was born and immediately, I don't know if it came out the same time that I was born, or if that's just the Disney movie I gravitated towards, was Lion King. I remember my parents used to tell me that back in the day with the VHS, once the movie ended, it was right back in. Like, I rewind and rewatch it just constantly every day. Watch it, rewind, rewatch it, rewind, rewatch it, sun up to sundown. I was just a big fan, and I knew every line to that word. They said that I would just sit there and I would talk through the whole movie. I would just, what is it called? Quote the whole movie while it's being played. But anyways, so I guess news / what's scheduled for this week is, again, today is Monday. Wednesday, I plan on going to Hollywood Studios. I haven't ridden any of the rides at Hollywood Studios. The last time I went, I was very, 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 very young. And if you don't know what Hollywood Studios is, it's more of like the extreme theme park, more thrilling theme park at Disney. It's got more of the, I would say, the older people, older kids rides. It's got like the Tower of Terror. It's got all the Star Wars. It's got the roller coaster. It's got all of the thrilling rides, the more thrilling rides. So plan on doing that on Wednesday, and then Thursday I have a reservation for Epcot. And since that doesn't open until like 10, I just got I turned down the wrong road, rip. I just got the Universal
unpaved road.
Thank you, car. I just got the Universal annual pass, and I haven't gone to activate it yet. So Thursday, we're going to be going to Islands of Adventure early in the morning. I believe the early hour admission is like 8 o'clock. So we're going to go there, get our pass, and do early access to Universal. And then we're going to go to Epcot when it opens around 10, 11 o'clock. I don't know. But there is a lot of rides that I need to ride that I haven't ridden yet at both Islands of Adventure, Velocicoaster, and the Hagrid's ride. I've not ridden those yet, so those are priority on Thursday. And on Wednesday, the priority is the Star Wars ride, and I want to ride the Slinky ride. That doesn't look like that much fun. It kind of looks, I don't want to say it looks similar to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because I rode that in April of last year, or not even a year ago, however you want to look at it. I mean, it's 2022, everybody's thinking earlier this year. If you say that, it's like you still think you're in 2021. But less than a year ago, back in April, I rode the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I did not like it. I waited in line for 60 minutes to get on that ride, and that ride was not good. I don't think it was good. It was not worth the 60 minutes. I think I've said that in a previous video. I was like, yeah, I would maybe wait 15 minutes for this ride. But definitely not 60 minutes for that ride anymore. Anyways, the reason why I bring that up is I have the same vibe for that one, for Slinky Dog Dash, whatever it's called. It's always got like a long line, but it doesn't look like it's that good. But a lot of people like it. So I want to ride that ride, the Star Wars ride, Rock and Roller Coaster I haven't ridden yet, so I want to ride that too. And I have a list, and I'm going to ride all the rides that I can. I'm going to prioritize Star Wars and the Velocicoaster and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, if I don't see you until then, that is what we're going to be doing. Thank you, car, again. That's what we're going to be doing on Wednesday and Thursday this week. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.